Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy speedrun. I will be playing the first game and getting 101%, so that means the run will end once I have 27 gems and I rescue Tawna, which I will do through the Great Hall. I've just done a practice run of this to shake off any rust. I haven't done this category in a few years. So, as you can see on the timer up top, that is the PB I just got. Because I don't have any of my old PBs, all that information was lost. I do have my PB for the original, but that doesn't have Stormy Ascent, which we'll be getting to at the end. Yeah, I'm going to play through this, do some light editing. I'm not going to skip anything in the editing room, but I will be fast forwarding some of it if I die a lot of times. I'll also be keeping a death counter. And I'm predicting I get about 170 deaths. This is a pretty hard game, so let's get straight into it. And I got a nice cup of coffee here. And yeah, this is gonna be my night. It's just speedrunning one of my favorite games and doing the 100% category. I'm not gonna worry too much about lives. I think we will be totally fine on getting lives. But I thought I'd just do it while I'm all refreshed just after my practice run. I've had maybe an hour or so in between, maybe an hour and a half break in between, and hopefully I can get a better score, set a new PB. As you can see, I got 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 15 seconds up top, and I do not expect to die on this first level. Should be a pretty easy one. There we go, just 2 boxes to go. And we're HOTTOTO. Something, something hot to go. HOTTOTO. There we go, and that's our first gem. This is also manual split, so I am gonna have to keep that in mind as I go through. And you can see on the splits here, I've got a 1 next to some of the levels. That's because the first time around we will not be getting the gem. We're just simply any percenting the level, and we'll come back later to get the gem. I also want to make it clear I am no speedrunner. This is going to be a pretty casual playthrough. I'm okay at this game, but I'm certainly no speedrunner. I'm not going for any leaderboards or anything like that. I never really do that for speedruns. I speedrun them like quite a few times, and then once I get a score that's hard to beat, I kind of just reset the whole thing. Because I don't like getting super stressed about it. The only time I've really focused on getting a really good PB on a... Oh shit, lost an echo. On a speed game is Spiral Reignited Trilogy for any percent, and I think I ended up getting like 70th or something. I played it like, I think like 50 days in a row. It was actually some of the first content I put up on this channel to all the 1 or 2 viewers who watched it. And as you can see, we're already saving time. Maybe if I'm good enough, I can get a sub 3 hour. That'd be great. But for now, our time to beat is 3 hours, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. And we'll try to get a couple of boxes on the way on these any percent levels. Just to save a bit of time at the end, because it does show every box that you miss. And it takes a fraction of a second, so every box we get saves a fraction of a second on these any percent levels. And it was good just to go through and do the practice run, because I also noticed with this mod I've got, Aku Aku is not visible, so that is not helpful. I did not know that. This is the first mod I've ever installed for this game. I did not know Aku Aku would not be visible. Let's try beat the cycle. Very nice. It should be a big time save on that one. Yeah, 12 seconds ahead. That's not bad. We'll want to hold down A for these sections to make all the boxes crash as fast as possible. And up next is Boulders, which is where we're going to be getting our second gem. I don't know if I'll be keeping the loading screens in or not. Either way, you're going to get to see the full extent of this game, except for the final Cortex boss fight, just because it's not necessary for this category. And boy, oh boy. It may seem easy right now, but we are going to be racking up the deaths. Believe you me. I don't even know what that means, believe you me. I just hear people say it. Wow, wow, wow. Nearly went right off the edge there. We are going to have to keep on our toes. And this is going to be more of a marathon than a sprint, so the goal of this will be preserving my focus throughout the whole run. Not so much going for the absolute fastest strat every time. But there we go. That's another good time save. Saved about just over a second on that one. We're 13 seconds ahead. All gold so far. All gold everything. Next is Upstream. And I will be slowly sipping on my coffee throughout this. Okay. That is not good that I don't know whether I have an Akko or not. Maybe it will make me play a more fearless style, but I would have liked to have known if I had an Akko or not. And yeah, this is an any percent level, so we don't need to worry about getting the boxes for this one. Very cute level, very cute music. Nice vibrant colors. Very green. We know if we have two Akkos because he's got that little sparkle behind him. Earlier today I was playing Mickey's Wild Adventure. That's the first proper video game I ever played, and it was kind of fun going through that little nostalgic trip. Which is, by the way, insane Crash. I grew up with Crash 2 and Crash 3 on the PS1, but oh, I forgot to split. But Insane Trilogy was actually my first experience of Crash 1. And it is my favorite out of the trilogy. I think it's my favorite gameplay. It's got the best platforming and everything. 2 and 3 do some different stuff, but I like keeping it to the basics. What a jerk as well, Crash. Just beating up this tribal chief. For no reason. He's just chilling in his hut. Or maybe he cut a deal with Cortex to mine his people's natural resources. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell myself. I gotta remember to split. So we're already well ahead. We're already about half a minute ahead, which is great. Up next is Rolling Stones, gonna be another any percent level. And we will be coming back to these. Now from what I can tell, I have 2 Akkos. There's a third. Made a fat bag from the third. Now I make works where they feature adult toys. Heard that song? Stuck in my head. And this is when we come back to these levels, after going through some trials and tribulations. They're gonna kind of be our cooldown. Because these levels are a lot easier than the later ones. But you know, comment your first experience of Crash. I know some people started with like Twinsanity. I've even seen people online, their first one were the Mind Over Mutant games, which I've never played. They didn't look terribly appealing to me. They're kind of Very basic beat 'em up sort of thing, from what I could tell. Wow, 40 seconds ahead. Remember, that could all change with a few wrong place jumps. Up next is Hog Wild. The muscle memory of this one is just built into my fingers. I've played this level so many times. I used to run the original a lot. When I just had a laptop, I didn't have any console or a PC that could run this, so I'd run the original, which is much harder in a lot of ways. In some ways it's easier because you don't have to do any bonus levels except the Cortex ones to get the keys. But it's harder because if you die, you have to reset. And in this version of the game, there are only a few levels where you have to reset if you die. I think 6 in total, which will be the colored gem levels. But I know this level like the back of my hand, so I don't expect to die here. If I do, it will probably be due to a mindless moment, which I've been known to have plenty. Now I got an itchy knee. Itchy knee, san, yon, go, roku. Alright, that's our next gem. Staying just ahead there, lost 0.6 seconds, oh no. There we go, 3 out of 27 gems, and like that we're already 19% complete, but these levels are gonna get longer to conquer. Is that a bar? The longer I conquer when I stay on the beat. Get these just to save a bit of time. We are any percenting this level right now. And again, I'm pretty familiar with all these. I think some of the later ones you're definitely gonna see some more deaths because I simply don't get up to them very much when I play this game. I usually am doing usually I'm playing deathless, so I will only play the first few handful of levels until I die, and then I'll reset the whole game. Furthest I've got is up to Castle Machinery, which is pretty dang far in the game. It may have been earlier, it may have been Toxic Waste. I know I've made it once up to the 3rd island. And we'll take that hit, that's fine. I believe we don't have an Aku. This is where a visual indicator would be greatly appreciated. But we're blasting through. And these, man, I remember first playing this, I was so shocked at how hard this level was. This level kicked my ass. So many game overs the first time I tried to beat it. Nope. No, I get scared of that because in the original, even if you're just standing on that log in the background, the flame can still hit you because of the old-timey PS1 hitboxes. And this is just my little, like, break of doing a series and playing through a whole game I don't recognize. I've actually recorded a part 1 and part 2 of my next game, but I'm gonna save the editing for a little bit and just enjoy my weekend the way I want, you know? Very nice. Getting a good time here. Over a minute ahead. A minute and a quarter. Yeah, take it, bitch. Alright, next is something or other creek. We are going to be getting the gem in this next one. So, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, gem is just getting all the boxes. And there are colored gems in this game. I mentioned them earlier. The colored gems are the levels where we can't die on. If we die on those ones, and to get the colored gems, you have to beat the level and get all the boxes without dying. But for these normal clear gyms, we're just gonna be... We're allowed to die with the normal clear ones.
You have my permission to die.
Well, I tell you, an odyssey of a speedrun is all normal gems on Crash 4. That is an odyssey. I think I've ran it 3 times. My PB, I think, is in the high 6 hours or low 7 hours, but my first run of that was 11.5 hours, which was absolutely crazy. I think I played it from like midnight up until nearly midday the next morning. Keep it going, keep it going. And we're gonna want to backtrack here. We get this. Have a look, see if the lily pad's up, and then we go back. And it was good just to do like a practice run before this, re-establish it. So I get familiar with the levels again. Oh, I need that Tona token. We'll wait for the lily pad. A little time loss. That's not too bad. We're making a good pace still. I hope I didn't mindlessly miss any boxes. That might happen. Just sort of getting lost in the flow of things. And here, is this our first bonus level? We'll try and make it as quick and painless as possible. Again, we don't have to worry too much about collecting lives. I'm sure we've got plenty. But we will need them for Stormy Ascent, which is the final level. Because that is a hard level. No matter which way you cut it. It's got some cycles I still do not fully understand. There we go, nearly 2 minutes ahead. That's great. All we need to be is 3 minutes 15 ahead. Or 3 minutes 16.
3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
3:16 ahead, and then we're sub 3 hours. So let's go on to the next boss, Ripperoo. A pretty easy one, but a mistake can certainly cost you. But I usually have a pattern for beating Ripperoo here. So I think we're gonna wanna... I messed the pattern up. Okay. Damage control mode. There, that one should hit him. This one should hit him. There we go. That is Ripperoo down. Not as fast as I would have liked to have been. I usually do that a bit faster, but I messed up the cycles. But that's fine. We're still well ahead. 1 minute and 3/4. And Lost City, in my last run of this, I lost a lot of time here. So if we can first try this, that would be a huge time save. And a huge PB. Potential. Huge PB potential. I think my mistake in my last run is I tried to rush some of these wall cycles, so I'm going to play it pretty safe with them. And I'd end up getting pushed off the edge trying to be too fast, too clever, too smart. And we're going to want to get the Brio tokens. I didn't really explain the bonus levels. In this one, it's the only Crash game where you collect tokens to unlock bonuses. There are Tona bonus levels, which are the standard ones, and there are Brio ones, which are harder ones, and Cortex ones, which are harder ones, that have a key at the end. Those keys will unlock new levels that we need to finish to get the 101% requirement. And I always loved these sections. These, they're not stairs, but I always called them the stairs. There's a similar one in Sunset Vista, which is coming up at the end of this island. So this is the first colored gem we're going for. We're going for the green gem. So I have to beat this level without dying, as well as getting all the boxes. That includes boxes in the Brio bonus level and the Tawna one. We've just unlocked the Brio section with the developers put right here in this dangerous area. You really gotta question the morality of someone who would do that. Great. By the way, deaths do not count in any bonus levels. So even if I'm going for a colored gem and I die in a bonus level, it does not count as a death. And I will not be adding it to the death counter either. Now let's not get too tricky here. This is where I fumbled in my last run. So we're gonna just wait, let this wall play out the cycle, and it's a bit slower, but it'll save us big time over... Wait a minute. Oh crap, how do I get that now? Can we jump on here? Oh, okay. Maybe not the time save I was looking for, so... Because this is a colored gem, we have to restart the level. Dang it, it was all going so well.
I don't understand. I had it all planned so perfectly.
But we still got a good 11 minutes to beat this level. So it's not as bad as it may seem. 35 lives, we're definitely in the clear for that. I don't think we're at risk of game overing at any point in this right now. Unless I just have horrifically bad gameplay. Like that.
Let's try salvage this. Was that our first death? It may have been.
And I think some of these levels we are going to be doing quite a few times because we will die. There's no doubt about that. We may die on some colored gem levels too, like we have on this one, but I think we can get through on this attempt.
Let's have another go at the Brio levels.
All because of one missed box. So we will have to be cautious. Now I wait for those lizard guys because sometimes if you hit them too early, it makes like an invisible barrier that pushes you back. And again, I'll let this wall play out. No need to rush things too much. We will still be decently ahead if this is indeed the attempt. And here we go, Tawna bonus level. I don't think this one should be too hard. Great. We don't have too much level to go, but it's still trying platforming. Trying platform. He just slid off the edge. That's a reset. This PB may catch up with us. Okay, let me clarify something. Dying before getting a checkpoint does not count. It counts on the death counter, but I can still get the colored gem. It is only after you get a checkpoint do you have to reset.
Oh my. I'm gonna wait. For safety's sake. Oh, that was close. Let's go through this one again. Adjust my seats. I want to get the cord stuck under the computer chair. And we...
Hopefully we'll not lose too much of a lead here. We've already lost a significant amount of time, but we still may be ahead by the end of this. We really will be finding out in real time. Whoa! Oh, that was scary.
Gotta keep adjusting my chair so my knees don't hurt.
Wow, 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 that was some tricky maneuvering. I wasn't really keeping count of how many jumps I was doing. And right here is the end of the level. Get the green gem and let's get out of here. Okay, so we're still ahead of PB by a significant margin, but boy, that was a pretty tough one. The easiest of the colored gems to get, except the purple one. Purple one's easy. Up next is Temple Ruins. We'll also be going for the gem here. We can die this time, so that's great. And you can see I accidentally missed the split with that one. But that's fine. There aren't too many of those in this set of splits. Oh. Make sure we get the TNT. I love the music of this level too. Probably one of my favorite tracks from the entire trilogy. I don't remember if this one has a bonus level either. I think it does. I think it's right at the end. But that may be, I may be thinking of the second version of this level. Over here, we're gonna go down the hidden path. I recently did Crash 4 speedrun, which I said was my favorite Crash game, but it's apples and oranges. It plays so much differently from these trilogy games. There's really a different kettle of fish, a different barrel of wumpas, a different mass of marsupials. Easy one, done. So, don't know if we lost or saved time there. Up next is Road to Nowhere, which will be any percenting, one of my favorite levels. Gotta make sure I keep the legs stretched, otherwise my knees will get sore. Great, starting off with triple echo, that's always a good sign. Oh, that is not a good sign. Save a little bit of time just by getting those 2 boxes. And I'm going to be avoiding some of the turtle jumps by jumping on the ropes on the side there. I find it hard to just walk on them, so I'll just be doing little jumps on the sides of them from time to time. And I am gonna have to slow down just on some of these jumps, because they are somewhat precise. Have very little room to land on. Alright, nice. That was a nice quick one. And we're 4 minutes ahead. That's great. Excellent. I think PB's incoming. How much can we beat the PB by? 10 minutes, you think? That's a lot of time saved. We'll see if we can get to 10 minutes. No promises. And Boulder Dash, another any percent level here. We will be coming back to this one. Love that didgeridoo in the background. You ever listen to didgeridoo dubstep? It's pretty cool. But I prefer more traditional sounds, you know? Don't have to club it up with a didgeridoo. With the native people's natural musical sounds of the outback. Not a big fan of these levels. They're alright. They're pretty average. But I prefer the Crash 2 and 3 chase levels, I think, are better. Just adds a lot more. The Crash 2 ones, I think, are the best. Because they got all the mines and the enemies and stuff. The ones in this are just very, very simple. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, you know, it shows its age. Exactly 410 ahead again. And we are coming up on the last level of the second island, Sunset Vista. Or Vista. Before we get to the second island boss. And this is the harder version of Lost City. Difference is we can die in this one. And boxes around here. We will be going for the gem in this attempt. And some of these walls I'm gonna sort of do that with. Just to save a little bit of time. Oh, I should have seen that coming. The old pull the rug out from under you. An old trick. Among the oldest tricks in the book. Alright, nice. Checkpoint. We always like to see those. Our old friend, the sea box. I think there's only one box in there. We can just wait for these. I was looking for Dragon Ball games to play for the channel, but apart from the fighting ones, none of them look appealing, and I just feel like I've already played the fighting ones, you know? But it'd be cool to, like, just recap the Dragon Ball story for the fans who have not watched it. Some of them look cool. Like, Burst Limit would be a cool one to play again. Or even, like, Dragon Ball Evolution would be a little odd one to do. But again, like, I thought Dragon Ball Evolution might be one to do, but even then, it's a Budokai reskin, which there's copious amounts of Budokai playthroughs. I just don't think it'd be compelling. Okay, now we're gonna have to try get on top of here. Oh. Some of the boxes placed from the original, like in the original there's a metal box there. I'm not sure why they replaced it, maybe just to make it a little bit easier, because that box can crush you. In the OG. Okay, which one's this? And here we go, our first key. There are only 2 in the game. Odd number of keys to have in the game, but there are only 2, and that is our first one there. Next one will be in Jaws of Darkness on the 3rd island. And here we go into the Tawna bonus. Another one shouldn't be too hard. I always forget which bonuses are for which games, which levels, I mean. Great. If we can keep up this pace, we should be a good way ahead of the PB. Should be saving even more time. Whoa. That could have gone so much worse. Easy, easy, easy. There we go, over 5 minutes ahead. I'm liking the look of this so far. The third island is really going to be a test. We just need to get past Koala Kong first. Koala Kong. Pretty easy boss, but a bit boring. I don't really like any other bosses in this game. Except the final Cortex one, which we will not be playing. And this is all you really need to do for this guy. Big guy. Look at him flexing his little boobies. Like, Cortex is a monster for making this. That was a cute little koala bear. Climbing around eating eucalyptus. Now it's throwing rocks around at a Bandicoot. Gotta wait for the minecart. Oh, we hit the minecart. You gotta do it quick, otherwise the rock falls off. Yeah, not really a whole lot to these bosses. This is not the worst one. It's actually one of the better ones, I'd say, but just very boring. Alright, there's Koala Kong down. And second island down for now. We lost 16 seconds here, though. But that's fine. We keep it moving. And up next is Heavy Machinery. Or Machinery, as my dad would call it. I believe this one has a Brio bonus level. So we are going to have to get Brio tokens. Wait for this little turkey here. Little drop. Dude, the friggin' whatchamacallit. Triple Echo screwed me.
I screwed you once, and I'll screw you again.
How could you do it? How could you do it? Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Oops. Whoa. Very close. Keep it moving. Keep it moving nice and smooth. Nice and serene. Nice and calm. And here we have the first, not the first, but Tawna bonus level. First of 2 bonus levels for this this one. So one of the best things about the Insane Trilogy is those bouncy crates only take 5 jumps. In the original, they take 10. Which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. But they brought that in Crash 3, I think, is the one that originally changed that. Oh, got steamed. Oops, wrong way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go, Brio bonus level. I never remember which ones are which. We're just, oh, this is a hard one. I do remember this one. This is a hard one. I got a hard one for you, Jane. That's an old meme from like 2007 I can't find anymore. Nice, made it through unscathed. Very excellent. The excellence of execution. Could have been faster, but that's pretty good. Pretty good heavy machinery. Oh, we did lose time on that, though. Lost 11 seconds on that one. We're still well ahead, but we'll have to keep an eye on those time losses. Alright, Cortex power up next. Will be any percenting this the first time around. But this is a fun one to 100%. I really enjoy the 100%ing this, which we will be doing a little later. For now, we just blast through as fast as possible. Nice, nice, nice. There we go, saving a few seconds here. And next is Generator Room, another hard level. This will be our second color gem, so we cannot die on this one. Tough level. This one took me ages to get the yellow or the orange gem on this the first time I played it. I remember having multiple attempts at this on my first playthrough. And it's very easy to die here, as you can see. And there's that path off to the side. I wish you could jump down there, but there is a death plane guarding it. What's this one? Easy. Tona looks a little goofy in this game. I think they could have made her look a little more accurate to the 2D renders of her from the original. And then Tona in Crash 4 looks nothing like Tona. That's not bad, I like that version of Tona, but she just doesn't even look like the same character. Oh no, that's a reset. Did that like big thing pop out of nowhere? Did you see that? People keep asking me to bend the knee and kiss the woke ring and all this nonsense, you know? I'm just trying to play Crash. There's an Eric Weinstein quote.
That I just sat through a bunch of years of being asked to kiss the woke ring and to bend the knee to the woke and all this kind of nonsense. I've been fighting this war at some levels since the late 80s.
Questions? Do I have an echo? I'm not sure.
Okay. I think we are near the end. I think this is the easy section. Yeah, this is the end. That's what you say at the rapture. Yeah, this is the end. Whatever. It's about time. That's gonna be what I say at the rapture. It is about time. Great! A full 7 minutes ahead. It's good timing. I think I had some trouble with that in my PB. Up next, Toxic. I don't like this level. It's probably the worst level in the game. I just find it really boring. It's hard, but it's a bit boring. Some people say it is goated. That is not my opinion. But people are entitled to their delusions. Look at these guys throwing barrels at me, trying to get me to bend over and kiss the woke ring and all this nonsense.
I am getting so much abuse out there.
I love those Joe Rogan guys that are intellectuals. They're so funny. They say the dumbest shit. They're just as dumb as everyone else. But they like talk in an interesting way. Now this is why I don't like these levels, these barrels. I can never tell where they're gonna land. The bouncy barrels. Love the guitar here though, that sounds cool. Alright, which one is this? Great. Now we just have to watch out for these final barrels. Oh shit. Go around. Yes. Blue gem. Oh, nice. Saved a minute 42. That is big time save. And we're 10 gems deep. Up next is the worst boss of the game, Pinstripe. Very boring. Not much to say about this guy. I did see a mod that makes him the Joker, which is pretty cool. I like the Joker. I used to till he was in 500,000 movies. The fuck is a Potteroo? It's probably just a rat looking thing in there. Oh, let's give it a different name. I do like he has an actual gun, though. Spyro Reignited shied away from guns. They gave them paint guns. I think, you know, what kid is gonna see guns in a cartoon video game and be like, oh, I should shoot up the fucking... You know, I'm not gonna say it, but shoot up some place, you know? I love that painting. There we go, we're an hour deep. In the hour mark. Up next is High Road. We'll be 100%ing this first try. Or first time. We may die on this one. This is a pretty hard level. Another one of my favorites. Just both the bridge levels. I just think they're great. I just think they're neat. Nope, want that tauna. Oh! Should have seen that coming. Stop those little piggies. Nice. Up to the bonus level. Bonus levels, by the way, also act as a checkpoint. So it's doubly good. Very doubly. Like Dublin, Ireland. Another easy one. Very nice. Very easy level. Saved a lot of time there, about 30 seconds. A little over 30 seconds. And that is 11. We're 61% complete. Remember, we're trying to get to 101. Slippery Climb. Apart from Stormy Ascent, maybe the hardest level. But this one might be harder because it's a colored gem. It's a red gem, so we can't die on this one. And this one is where it starts getting a bit brutal. No more foreplay. This is getting straight down to business. But I have good memories of this level. Playing it back in rehab. You know? I lost so many lives on this. So many game overs. So much backtracking to Life Farm. Just so I could have a shot at passing this. And now look at me. I'm 9 minutes 27 ahead. Look at me now, Dad! You know? Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh. Oh, that's not a reset, because we didn't get a checkpoint. Well, that's great. I did like that about Crash 4, is it added a reset button.
I may have gone. Oh no! Thought I may have gone a bit too late there.
Problem is, you miss one of those cycles that can throw this whole section out of whack. Alright, there's a checkpoint. We cannot die from this point on, or it is a reset. Very nice. Very nice, very evil, like Danhausen. I get the Brio. No Tona bonus on this one. Alright, which one is... Oh, this one's hard. Yes! Just made it. Okay, now we gotta survive the rest of the level. We're doing well so far. Oh, where do we drop? Yes. I think this is the end. Yes. Just have to watch out for this last guy. And there's the red gem. Let's get out of here. We're at 99 lives. And 10.5 minutes ahead. That is excellent. Nearly half of all the gems collected. Next is Lights Out. The easier version of the light levels. This one, you have to keep the lights on by getting Akku masks. Which we cannot see due to this mod I have. But we don't have to get the boxes in this one, not yet. There is a much harder version of this level that we will unlock with a Cortex key a little later. And there will be huge time save there. Time save potential, I should say. Dirty rats.
You dirty rat.
Who sang that song? I haven't listened to that in years. That was Letters to Cleo. Don't want to waste too much time while the lights go out. Alright. Nice and easy on that one. Saving 3 seconds, that's not bad. Up next is Jaws of Darkness. I think we're past all the any percent levels. I think from here on out, every level we are getting the gem. And this also has the second Cortex bonus level, which will give us the second key. And we will have to be very careful to get it, because you can easily miss a token. A specific one. If you hit, there's a snake, if you hit it the wrong way, you cannot collect the token, so we will have to be mindful of that. There is something I did like about playing the original, how all of the levels, death is reset. It's like the brutal version of this. The unreasonable, unyielding, old school mentality. I'd say this run's going pretty well so far. Have to be careful with triple Akku engaged. That does make our speed a little faster, which makes the jumps a little more different to adjust to. And we're just getting through this. Getting through this game. We got like 20 minutes before the PB even catches up to us. We might be in for some huge time save. That's the snake you gotta watch out for, because there's a Cortex token here. If you spin it, it'll spin off and hit the boxes. Then of course we take the secret invisible path, as is you know, it just makes sense to do that. And now into the Cortex level. This one's pretty hard. This one's all about timing. And there we have both keys, which unlock our 2 secret levels. Oh, there we go. And the Tawna bonus. That should be the last one. 23 boxes. Yeah, we got all the boxes. So we just have to do this. Great. Those Tawna ones are a nice little refresher, you know? Just a little break between that shit. All right. How far ahead are 19. Wow. We're going to get a huge PB if we keep it up like this. Huge PB. Up next, Castle Machinery. Pretty tricky level, this one. There is a big skip there, but we can't take it because it means we'd have to skip all the boxes. And that means no gems for Crash. And then that means we'll have to kiss the woke ring and all of this nonsense.
It's incredibly disrespectful. I'll be entirely honest. One of the most off-putting things I ever heard in my life.
And yeah. We have 2 colored gems to go, by the way, so we're nearly through with the colored gems. This sounds like an H1 beat. Listen to those 808s. It's like the old Roland 808 drum machine. That's what it reminds me of. That's what it was all about in the 80s, you know? Does anyone like the 80s? Anyone? Enough of that. Okay, watch out for that. Just getting through, getting by. Alright, here's my favorite part. Oops. It's not my favorite anymore. I hate it.
I did the wrong method.
Now how do I do this? I go 1, 2, spin, spin, spin. That's right. Now you're thinking.
I'm rapping even though I'm drinking. And you're just a fool who's not even thinking.
You think if I pulled that one out at a rap battle, I could pull some ass? I'll impress every suitor there. Easy. We're breezing through this. 23 minutes ahead. That's great. We might get a sub 240. That'd be excellent. That'd be an actual PB, even against my best records that I lost. I think my best is like 250, maybe high 240s. But Brio realistically could kill this. I find this boss really hard. A lot of people think this boss was really easy, but I'm just not that good at it. He scares me. That's not because of his big weird head. It's because of when he throws he starts throwing the purple potions at you. Okay. Let's keep it sensible. Okay. That's the hard part done. We just have to survive him hulking up.
From Banner to Hulk on a rabbit assault. He's having assault, so he grabs his assault rifle.
Full. Okay. He's so ugly and gross looking. Now, I don't believe anyone is ugly. But for Brio, an exception must be made. Alright. Brio down. Easy peasy. Saved nearly a whole minute on that one. Good 56 seconds or something. Up next, we have the lab. This is a colored gem, again, so no deaths here. will be allowed. And this is a hard level. I find this level really hard. I heard Wumpa Lewis say it was easy. You're out of your mind. Is he some sort of Crash Bandicoot wizard? And it's got a hard bonus level. You have to get on top of these boxes here. Yeah, so that's... We have to take a death because we have to jump around that box and on top of it. Luckily, the bonus levels don't count as deaths. That's what you have to do. Okay. Then we gotta survive the rest of the lab. They get, like in Crash 2 and 3, they get a lot more creative with the names. They start doing like the jokey names and movie parody titles and stuff. Let's just take it nice and easy. Those guys scare me. Now this one you just have to wait for a good cycle. Unfortunately, we're not getting good ones here. Let's go here and then here. Little safe strat. Excellent. Easy lab. Wow, that saved us so much time. We could get a sub 230 with that kind of time save. We're 81% complete. It's only 20 more percents to go. And now is when we start backtracking. And we're gonna go the rest of these gems and do the secret levels. Fumbling in the dark. I think this is the hardest level in the game. For me personally. I found it the hardest, and I lost a lot of time here on my PB because I thought it had the purple gem in it, but it in fact does not. Meaning, I died after getting a checkpoint and I thought I had to reset, so I reset. But, nonetheless, never the wiser, this is still a very difficult level. Sheesh. Gotta watch out for these blades. There's something else, boy. And those spiders, you have to jump on them, because if you spin them, they'll hit the light early and you'll have less time. Which means it'll almost certainly be lights out if you don't jump on their head. No, say we gone dark. Okay, that was luck. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power, will, 5% pleasure, 10% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. It's like Mike, he doesn't want his name up in lights, he just wants to get a PB, whether it's the beat or the mic. 50 minutes ahead. We are going absolutely bonkers on this speedrun. Absolutely bonkers. And now we'll be getting the final colored gem, which is the purple gem here in Lights Out. And in my opinion, it is by far the easiest colored gem to get. Not without its challenge, but the shortest. And therefore easiest. So remember, no deaths allowed. Oh, we got the light early. Is never a good thing. Because it means we will run out of light much quicker. Oh, we're all good. We got one here. There we go. That's basically the end of it. This just takes us up to the purple gem. And, yeah, easiest colored gem. Nice, nice, nice. Saved an additional 31 seconds. And we only have 10 gems to go. We got some difficult ones, but the last few are pretty easy. Apart from Stormy Ascent. So up next is Cortex Power. Probably my favorite one to get the gem on, because it's got all the little pathways you take. And since we're out of colored gems, that means we don't have to worry about not dying on any of the levels. No bonuses to worry about in this one. Just straight up gangster tripping. Yes, boy. Let's go. There'll be a gangster up here trying to stop us. Trying to shoot us up. But we will not allow that. Not with 3 Akku masks. That is burning a hole in my screen. What? What? Let's wait for it to drop. And come back up. Do it the slow way. Oh! Oh, come on now. Now we're gonna start racking up the deaths. Is that what's happening? Was that the plan all along? Nobody told me about the plan.
The issue is, what's the plan?
They said I didn't endorse the plan. I said, did you call?
You didn't endorse. Like, did you ever call? Did anyone ever call?
Okay, and now off on the blue gem path. Not too bad, a bit of time loss, but it's nothing, nothing too bad. We're plenty ahead. We're certainly getting PB. No doubt about that. It's just how much of a PB. I'd like to aim for the sub, whatever the fuck I said, sub 230. That'd be awesome. I think it's well within reach. Excelente. Oh, we still saved time. Still saved an extra 40 seconds or so. I forgot about my coffee. I better have a sip. Up next is going to be Whole Hog, which is the other secret level. And it's another hog riding one. These ones aren't too hard. But I will say I'm not as familiar with this one as I am Hog Wild. But it's pretty intuitive. There's a couple of spots that make me a bit nervous, because I'm not always consistent at them. That's one of them. Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
Nice. Still save time. I thought that'd be time loss. I'm sure I made that first try in my PB, but whatever. 89%. Boulder Dash up next. This one has a cool little gem path, secret area. We're in backtrack mode, going back through all these levels and collecting the gems. Now that we have access to them. Bum bum ba dun dun dun. I got an itchy face. There we go, got it. Nice. Right at the end. Here's the cool secret area. This tripped me out the first time I found it. I was like, what the flippin' fuck is this? That's a direct quote. I know in the original, the depth perception on this section is really deceiving. Nice! Saving even more time. If we can somehow save 11 minutes, which I'm not sure that we can, would be sub 2 hour. Not that I think we will get that. Let's go Road to Nowhere. But look, maybe even a sub 15s and 215s in the cards. Back to an old classic level right here. Oh, need the Tawna token. Oh, And we got our little secret section off to the side here. A pretty chill little section. Little mysterious one. What? Nice. Aku. Aku Nahasapima Petalon. We just gotta get to the Tawna bonus. There it is. Up to the side here. Excelente. Alright, alright. And the little secret section out back. This is a bit of a trip. Hard to figure out when you do it for the first time. Great. Oh, what? We lost... Oh, we only lost 6 seconds. That's not too bad. And now we will be going back to the first island. Only a handful of levels to go. So let's make our way back to the first island. Native Fortress. Another favorite of mine. Jeez, how many favorites do I have? You'd think this whole game is my favorite. Oh. I'm very pleased with how this run is going. And we're on pretty much the easy sections of the game until we get to Stormy Ascent, which is the last level. But for right now, it doesn't get much harder than this. And this one isn't too bad compared to what we've been through already. Great! Look at that, we're at 235 on my last run by the time we finish this. That is crazy. Oh. Take a little shortcut round back. Have a smoke with the cool kids in the back of the school. And off to the secret area in the clouds. I like this. Crash has never really done something like this since. You're running around on literal clouds. Just a secret area above the level. Wait here. Alright. Oh. Nice. We're making such good time. Still around that 52 minutes ahead. I think, you know, we might be looking at a 2:15 or something. We got the Rolling Stones up next. That's a knick-knack paddywhack. Give the frog alone. His old man's a Rolling Stone. Out of context, that probably sounds like nonsense. Another bar. Alright, let's go. Super Crash. Oh, we can't do it. We have to wait for this. Because there's a Brio token hidden in... Wait a minute. That means I missed a Brio token back here. Oops. Okay. Don't worry, it's all for the greater good. Wait a minute. I might have to I think I have to reset this level. I missed a Brio token. Just reminded me. I did that in my last run too. Forgot that one had Brios. So what we want to do... Let's run an EQ over it. No, that's here. So we want to get... There's a Brio token above this. There. You can't miss that one. It's off screen. Otherwise you go through the whole level and it just doesn't pan out. So we want to go here. There's a Brio token. A little bit trickier with the Brio placements in this one. This one has another cool secret area. Nothing hard about it, but that's just really cool. You'll see. Here we go. This should be a very easy bonus level since it's near the start of the game. Great. Excellent. Approved. Here's the secret area. I just think it's really neat. You just go here, there's a big picture of Cortex there, and go back up. And the final Brio level. Now what's this one? I don't remember this one. Oh! Excellent. Out of that one alive. And just a couple more boxes to go. Nice and relaxing little wind down near the end of the game here. Before we get hit with the stormy ascent. Pulled that one right out of his ass. Must have felt satisfying. Oh, we didn't hit the split for that. What's next? Upstream. 243, wow. These times are crazy. I love the little ripple effect on the water. I love how clear it is. It looks very pretty. And another bonus level. Is this the last bonus level? There might be one in the Great Gate. Not sure. There we go. And we shouldn't be too far off the end. Should be right up around here somewhere. Yep, and then we take the next gem path. A very short one with only 2 boxes. Alright, upstream down. Still about 53 ahead. Still saving lots of time. On just about every split. Only a few splits we've lost time. It's not just me saying it. It's the Washington Post. It's the New York Times. Everyone's saying it. People come up to me all the time. They say, wow, you're doing a great job of this speedrun. I say, enough. Okay, the Great Gate. Not sure if this one has a bonus level or not. Can't quite remember. We got old Invincible Crash. It's gonna help us do this faster. Get this dirty monkey out of the way. Oh. We have to take a death. No way around that. We got screwed by that damn turtle.
And I'll screw you again.
It really gave us a shell of a... I don't even have a joke.
There's no punchline.
Because it isn't a joke. Alright, now this should be the final bonus level. Unless there's one in Rolling Stones, I suppose. Eight boxes to go. And we just have to do the secret area around back. I would have preferred not to have lost my Aku. But what are you gonna do? There's a box back here. I think that's the only one we have to get. 37. Yeah. That's the only one we have to get. I love those guys' haircuts, by the way. Whoa, I didn't see that coming. We gotta go all the way back here. This is certainly time loss. I didn't mean to do that. Come on now. Oh, there's no way back. Let's try this. Fuck. Okay, this may be our first, like, big time loss on the splits. Very deep into the game. It's a little disappointing, but hey, we're still making good time. But hey, we're still here, aren't we? What's successful about out there? Dude, shut the fuck up and just play the game. Getting eaten by plants. That's disappointing. I'm annoyed. We're already in time loss. Oh, we're losing minutes on this one. You know what? Nearly made the same mistake. It shows there is great potential for an even better PB. Okay, we should be safe from this point forward. Okay. Yeah, lost. Yeah, 2 minutes there. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. That's what King Azule taught me. Except for him, he doesn't lose any. Except that case. Now let's get the gem here. This one's largely the same, just got, I think, 3 boxes that we can access now. So, apart from that, it is largely the same. Oh, this one does have a bonus level. Oh yeah, and Stormy Ascent has a Brio level. Dude, fuck you, Crash. Just fucking stay up there. I'm sick George Clooney with a Uzi. What kind of a movie star would hop in a moving car just to prove he's hard? Let's get these 5 boxes. Lickety split and split lickety. Alright, are we losing time on here already? Okay. I'm still very disappointed about Great Gate. Lost 16 seconds on that. And we have one final gem to go. And that is Stormy Ascent, the hardest level in the game. So let's take the teleporter and do Stormy Ascent. Good luck, you're gonna need it. I mean, the amount of time lost we could lose here is absolutely terrible. It's something else, boy. It's something only a real PS1 Rough Rider could comprehend. I don't know what accent I was doing there. Simon Cowell. Oh yeah, yeah, we got the Brio level here. Pretty tough one from what I remember. I do know which one it is. So glad they put this in the game. Such a welcome addition. And we are over the 2-hour mark. But we are destroying this PB. This PB is a bit of a joke compared to what we're laying out on screen today. Oh, invincible again. Not that it'll help us much. We gotta wait for a good cycle here. If you rush it, you will fall. One more ought to do it. I wonder what happens if you jump on the birds while you're invincible. Will you go right through them? I'd really like to play Stormy Ascent on the original Crash, the PS1 version. I never found out a way how to do it. I know you can access it somehow. Maybe with a Game Shark code. Oh. We're not taking that. Okay. Brio time. Brie mode. Oh. I didn't mean to go up here. That's never happened to me before. Didn't know what to do. And we wait. Brio's gonna unalive himself. And there we have it. The Brio section is done. Now we just gotta survive the rest of the stormy ascent, which is tougher than said. Let's just wait for it. I got an itchy ear. Alright, alright. We're back to business. The ear is scratched. The itch is scratched. Alright, alright. Whew. There's the final section. Gotta time it right. Yes! That was a clean, stormy ascent. Yes! Now we just have to make it through the whole. Huge time save on there, about 6 minutes. About 5 minutes 50. And now we just gotta make it through the hall. And we will be done. We will have saved Tawna. And boy, what a run. Some notable improvements could be made. I can't see. And this is it, folks. This is the last stretch of all the gems we collected along the way. And the friends we made, which notably were none. But that doesn't undercut the message. Because on the other end of that curtain we got a nice piece of ass. Which is Tawna. Yeah, Crash strutting out. Oh man, Cortex didn't even see it coming. Crash gets a girl. We ride away on a fucking vulture. And that's it, guys. Absolutely destroyed the PB by almost an hour. You know, another 3 minutes 5 seconds. It would have been just a flat out 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I had a lot of fun with that. I really like this game, so I wanted to do a speedrun. I wanted to record it. I'm glad I did a practice run just before, just to shake off some of the rust. My death prediction at the start sounds wildly inaccurate, but I'll see in the editing room how close it is, and the death count there. And I hope you enjoyed that piece of content, just something I did for me in between doing full games that I'm not familiar with. It was good to go something back to something that was old, that was familiar, just a little gauntlet style, and yeah, thanks for watching.